Welcome to NextAudiobook Shorts. You aren't just listening to a summary, you are entering a laboratory of the mind. Today, we are deconstructing the architectural framework of how to detox your mind. In a modern era, our brains are being hijacked. We are living in a state of cognitive congestion, a mental traffic jam caused by the relentless pursuit of more. More information, more notifications, more comparison. But the elite realize that power does not come from more. Power comes from the space between. Today, we take you through a comprehensive, multi-layered detoxification process. This is the long-form, premium deep dive into reclaiming your sovereignty. Let us begin the restoration. Chapter 1. The biology of the mental toxin. To fix the mind, we must first understand the biology of the burden. The book identifies 3 primary mental pathogens that rot our focus from the inside out. A. The dopamine debt. We have turned our brains into dopamine slot machines. Every time you check a notification, your brain releases a hit of dopamine. However, the book argues that dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure. It is the chemical of anticipation. We are constantly wanting but never arriving. This creates a dopamine debt where baseline level of happiness drops, requiring more and more stimulation just to feel normal. B. The cortisol ceiling. Chronic stress keeps our cortisol levels at a high ceiling. When cortisol is high, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, long-term planning, and emotional regulation, shuts down. You become reactive, not proactive. A detox mind is one where the cortisol floor is lowered, allowing the executive functions to lead. C. Neural pruning and overgrowth. The brain uses a process called neural pruning to get rid of unused connections. When we spend all day on short-form content and superficial scrolling, we're telling our brains to prune the circuits for deep focus and grow the circuits for distraction. We are literally rewiring ourselves to be incapable of depth. Chapter 2. The hard reset, the first 24 hours. The elite approach to a detox begins with a hard reset. You cannot clean a room while people are still throwing trash on the floor. The 24-hour digital fast. The book prescribes a radical 24-hour period of zero digital input. No phone, no laptop, no television, no music. The withdrawal phase. In the first 4 hours, you will feel physical anxiety. This is the itch of the dopamine loop. The boredom threshold. Around hour 8, you hit a wall of extreme boredom. The book calls this the gateway to creativity. Only when the mind is starved of external noise does it begin to generate its own internal signal. The clarity peak. By hour 20, the brain fog begins to lift. You start to notice details, the texture of a wall, the sound of the wind, the nuances of your own thoughts. Chapter 3. The architecture of selective ignorance. Once the reset is complete, we must build a fortress of focus. This is where the concept of selective ignorance becomes a superpower. The information audit. The author suggests categorizing every piece of information you consume into 3 buckets. Utility. Information you can use immediately to improve your life, elite. Entertainment. Information consumed for relaxation, regulated. Noise. Information that triggers emotion but offers no action, toxic. The goal of the detox is to eliminate noise entirely. If a news story makes you angry but you cannot change the outcome, it is a toxin. If a social media post makes you feel less than, it is a pollutant. The just-in-time learning model. Stop consuming information just in case you might need it. The elite mind only consumes information just in time to apply it. This prevents information obesity, where you know everything but do nothing. Chapter 4. Environmental engineering. The mind is a mirror of its surroundings. You cannot have a high-performance mind in a low-performance environment. The zero visual noise workspace. The book introduces the clean desk protocol. Every object in your line of sight is a micro-distraction. Your brain has to process the presence of that coffee mug, that stack of papers, and that stray pen. By clearing your physical field of vision, you free up CPU power for the task at hand. The auditory filter. Sound is one of the fastest ways to bypass the conscious mind and trigger stress. The book recommends pink noise or brown noise during deep work, frequencies that mask distracting sound without providing new information for the brain to process. Chapter 5. The Emotional Detox, the Internal Cleanse. We carry emotional plaque from past failures, awkward interactions, and future anxieties. This chapter focuses on the internal cleanse, the label and release technique. When a toxic thought arises, e.g., I'm not working hard enough, the book instructs you to label it. Instead of fighting the thought, you say, I'm having the thought that I am not working hard enough. This linguistic shift creates a distance. You are the observer, not the thought itself. The forgiveness flush. Unprocessed resentment is a heavy cognitive load. The book suggests a forgiveness audit. Write down the names of 3 people you are holding a grudge against. Realize that holding the grudge is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Forgive them, not for their sake, but to clear the cache of your own mental hard drive. Chapter 6. The Evening Decompression Ritual. Sleep is the natural detox system of the brain. During sleep, the glymphatic system literally flushes metabolic waste out of your brain cells. However, if you go to sleep stressed, this system is inhibited. The Brain Dump 2.0. Take 15 minutes before bed to write down the tomorrow list, everything you need to do tomorrow, so your brain stops looping it. The worry list, anything bothering you. The win list, 3 things you did well today. The blue light ban. Blue light tells your brain it is midday, suppressing melatonin. The book suggests orange-hued environments after 8 p.m. to signal to the primitive brain that the sun has set and it is safe to begin the biological detox. The final vision, living as an elite performer. We have covered the biology, the reset, the environment, and the emotional release. But the true secret of how to detox your mind is that it is a lifestyle, not a one-time event. The world will always try to clutter your mind. There will always be a new crisis, a new app, a new distraction. Your job, as a student of the NextAudiobook Shorts philosophy, is to stand at the gate of your mind and decide what enters. You are the curator of your consciousness. When your mind is detoxed, you don't just work better, you live better. You see opportunities where others see obstacles. You feel peace where others feel panic. Thank you for staying with us through this deep dive masterclass. At NextAudiobook Shorts, we are committed to bringing you the highest quality, most profound summaries available anywhere. If this long-form exploration of how to detox your mind resonated with you, show your support by liking this video and sharing it with one person who needs to clear their mental clutter. Subscribe and turn on notifications to ensure you never miss our premium insights. Next step for you. Which chapter hit home the most? Was it the dopamine debt or the silence protocol? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. Stay focused, stay elite, stay premium. This is NextAudiobook Shorts, signing off.